My buddy said, dude, let's go all in. Next thing I know, I'm at the pawn shop again. Oh, the devil wears sportsbook. Hey, he got horns, but he sure got hooks. Oh, they were lying, make it sound so sweet. Oh, they steal your soul with a bad beat. Stealing the cards, calling the plays, laughing when you lose and begging you to stay. Oh, the devil wears sportsbook, and I fell for his wicked ways.
Alright, my fellow moneymakers, this is AI Sports Predictor, where we don't just predict, we execute. Tonight, we're locking in on Rangers versus Senators, a game where the numbers don't lie, but the sportsbooks sure hope you do. Let's start with the New York Rangers, rolling into Ottawa after a gut punch 3-2 loss to the Capitals. 18 penalty minutes, 4 power plays, 0 cash-ins. That's not an offense, that's a malfunction. But you know who ain't malfunctioning? Igor Shesterkin. The man's got a 918 save percentage, 160 quality starts, and a history of making pucks disappear like Houdini in pads. If he's dialed in, Ottawa better bring holy water and a rosary. Now, the Ottawa Senators, coming off a 4-3 win over Chicago. Their power play, ruthless, 4th best in the league. Their penalty kill, about as sturdy as a Jenga tower in a hurricane, 76.67%. And between the pipes, Linus Ullmark, the guy's respectable, 917 save percentage, but 2.82 goals against per game. That's 3 goals on the board before he's finished his pre-game coffee. Now let's talk odds, because this is where the real crime happens. Rangers plus 114, Senators minus 137, total set at 6.5, and today's AI pick is New York Rangers moneyline at plus 114. Why? Simple. Shesterkin is the chaos factor. If he turns into a human cheat code, the Rangers steal this game like a getaway driver with no brakes. That's the play. That's the money. Now, do your part. Like, subscribe, and let's keep taking Vegas for everything they got. On to Game 2.
Do you smell that? That's not fresh ice. That's 2 teams stinking up the standings like a locker room after a triple overtime loss. Welcome to AI Sports Predictor, where we don't waste time with fairy tales. We find the edge, we take the books for a ride, and we get paid. Tonight, it's the Seattle Kraken versus Philadelphia Flyers, and folks, this one's a certified train wreck. Seattle? 26-33-4, second worst in the Pacific, 2 straight losses, and they offloaded talent like a bad poker hand at the trade deadline. This offense? 2.94 goals per game, barely breathing. Jared McCann and Chandler Stevenson? Yeah, they're doing what they can. But this team just got its offensive depth ripped out like a wisdom tooth with no anesthesia. And the defense? Forget about it. 3.24 goals allowed per game, 9 in the last 2. And you know who's keeping this ship from sinking straight to the bottom of the ocean? Joey Daccord. 911 save percentage, 2.64 GAA, 11.5 goals saved above expected. The guy's in a war zone with nothing but a goalie stick and a prayer. Now let's talk Flyers. 27-28-8, second worst in the Metro, and guess what? They hit the panic button and sold at the deadline too. This isn't a team playing for the playoffs. This is a team playing for a paycheck and a clean bill of health. 2.86 goals per game. Only 4 goals in their last 2 games. That's not just bad, that's interrogation room silence bad. And their defense? Woof. 332 goals allowed per game, 10 in the last 2. And the goalie situation? Oh, it's rich. Samuel Ersson? 889 save percentage, 2.94 GAA, 10.3 goals saved above expected. This guy's stopping pucks like a screen door stops a hurricane. Now for the real talk. Flyers, 120. Kraken in plus money exile where bets go to die. And today's AI pick is Flyers moneyline at 120. Why? Because Seattle is bleeding out, and while Philly ain't exactly the picture of health, at least they're at home. The Kraken are walking into a gunfight with a foam bat, and the Flyers, even if they fumble their way through this one, should still come out on top. That's the play, that's the lock. If you're not making money, you're making excuses. So subscribe and let's keep stacking tickets. On to Game 3.
You ever see 2 titans fight when they're past their prime? It's a little tragic, but it's also a goldmine. Welcome to AI Sports Predictor, where we don't care who wins, we care who pays us. Tonight, it's a Boston Bruins vs. Tampa Bay Lightning showdown, and folks, the stakes. They're massive. The Bruins and Bolts have battled 111 times, and Boston owns the series 7-3 but don't get sentimental. In the last 10 games, they've split it. And at Amalie Arena, Tampa's taken 3 of the last 5. They know how to defend their house. Let's talk Boston. They humiliated Tampa 6-2 the last time they met, but before that, they got stomped 4-1. The question is, which version of this team shows up? Brad Marchand's name is swirling in trade rumors, and that can mess with the locker room's head. Last time out, they landed 6 goals on just 24 shots. Jeremy Swayman, 4-3 saves, 2 goals allowed. He was a stonewall. But that win, it was in Boston. Now Tampa. Victor Hedman's status is shaky, and if he's out, Boston Stars get a little more breathing room. But here's the thing, last time Tampa won this matchup, they shut Boston down, 4-1. The Bolts had 31 shots, went 1-for-4 on the power play, and still walked out with an easy dub. Andrei Vasilevskiy, 27 saves, 1 goal allowed. That's called shutting the door and throwing away the key. Now, let's talk the money. Bruins 198, Lightning 245, total set at 5.5, and today's AI pick is Lightning 1.5, 104. Why? Because Tampa's locked in, Boston's unstable, and the Bolts are still the better team at home. If Hedman plays, this is a blowout. If he doesn't, it's still Tampa's game to lose. That's the play. That's the call. Like, subscribe, and let's keep draining the books. On to Game 4.
You ever look at a game and just know goals are coming? You can feel it. That's what we have tonight. Welcome to AI Sports Predictor, where we turn numbers into paydays. Tonight's target, Buffalo Sabres versus Florida Panthers. The Sabres? Let's just say they ain't exactly rolling. 4-6 in their last 10, 5 straight losses. Their defense? Swiss cheese. Opponents are scoring at will. They've hit the over in 7 of their last 10, including 3 straight. And the Panthers? They're winning, 8-2 in their last 10, 5 straight dubs. But here's where it gets interesting. Their last 3 games hit the under. Normally, that's a red flag, unless you look deeper. The books set this total at 6. But what do the simulations say? They have this game landing at 5-3, Panthers. That's 8 goals on the board. Let's talk the money. Sabres plus 231 ml. Panthers, 274 ml, total set at 6, over, 120, under plus 104. And today's AI pick is, over 6.5 goals. Why? Because Buffalo bleeds goals, and Florida has the firepower to make them suffer. The Sabres can't defend, and they'll have to push the pace just to stay in the fight. That's the play. That's the angle. Like, subscribe. And let's keep stacking tickets. On to Game 5.
You know that feeling? That deep, unmistakable gut punch that tells you a game is already decided. That's what we got tonight. Welcome to AI Sports Predictor, where we don't guess VK and OW. N? Y? Islanders vs. San Jose Sharks. The Islanders. They're coming off a heater 3 wins in their last 4, including a 7-4 explosion against Nashville and a 3-2 grindfest over Winnipeg. Their defense? Aggressive. 3-4 hits against the Jets, shutting down lanes, making life miserable. But here's the wrinkle: Brock Nelson. Gone. Shipped off to Colorado. That's a serious dent in their offense. Then we've got San Jose. The Sharks just got spanked 7-3 by Colorado, which is exactly what happens when you're dead last in the Western Conference, and your defense is softer than a fresh-baked croissant. Their goalie situation? Even worse. Alexander Georgiev. 4-13-1, rocking a 3.87 goals against average with a save percentage that wouldn't even make a beer league team blush. And guess what? The Sharks just traded away 2 more defensemen. Let's talk the money. Islanders 1.5, 115. Sharks just happy to be here. And today's AI pick is Islanders 1.5, 115. Why? Because the Sharks are in free fall, their defense is non-existent, and the Islanders' playoff dream still alive here, about to feast. That's the bet. That's the move. That's the execution. Recap the AI's 5 locks. Game 1, Rangers vs. Senators. Rangers Moneyline 114. Game 2, Kraken vs. Flyers Moneyline 120. Game 3, Bruins vs. Lightning 1.5 104. Game 4, Sabres vs. Panthers over 6.5 goals. Game 5, Islanders vs. Sharks. Islanders 1.5 115. 5 games. 5 picks. If you tailed, you're counting cash. If you didn't, you're just watching the parade go by. Final words. Listen up. There are 2 kinds of bettors: ones who play smart, stay disciplined, and grow their bankroll, and the ones who chase tilt and donate their cash to the sports books. Watch your bankroll. Be a pro. Pick your side. Like, subscribe, or don't. But remember, AI doesn't sleep. And neither do we. Until next time, stay sharp, stay deadly, and keep robbing the books blind.
Sportsbooks ain't your friend, nah, 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 nah. They take your cash, they do it again, They talk real nice, but it's all gone. Your money's gone.